Script objects offer a convenient approach for creating complex structures, especially ones like this L3 photonic crystal cavity where precise monitoring of numerous geometries is essential. Upon selecting Add Script Object, a library of script objects will unfold, each carefully tailored to allow you to construct various predefined structures. You can find simple waveguide or taper structures, more intricate geometries like S-bends and directional couplers, and 2D and 3D periodic lattices. Let's delve into the directional coupler. Click on it to access its script in the Edit Script window. Inside, you'll find a Python script that begins with library imports and proceeds to define the generateObject function. All the variables in the code required to build the directional coupler are already in place within this function. Then, it returns a structure object outlining the directional coupler's geometry and materials. You can change the default parameters before running the script and observe the resulting structure. Delete the directional coupler script to exclude its entry in the structures list. Then, create a ring, modify some default parameters like the ring radius, and run the script to see the new ring structure. What about repeating this process to build an H cavity? When you want to change some design parameter, you can select the existing script, make the changes you need, and rerun the script to update the geometry. Let's clear these scripts to prepare the FDTD model for building an L3 photonic crystal cavity. Move to the Parameter tab and insert these variables, which you'll utilize to parameterize the cavity structure. Configure the simulation domain using these parameters. Set the runtime to 6.25 picoseconds, minimum steps per wavelength to 20, and wavelength to 1.55 microns in grid specification. Retain the boundary condition at its default PML value, and adjust the symmetry options as indicated for the X, Y, and Z directions. Create an EY polarized dipole source positioned at the simulation domain center and adjust its wavelength range between 1.47 and 1.6 microns. Finally, define a field time monitor to visualize the fields at the simulation's end. Adjust the size to 4 microns in the X direction and 3.5 microns in the Y direction. Then set the start time to 6.25 picoseconds. Click Add Script Object and select the L cavity script. Let's customize the hex L cavity function to generate the slab medium alongside the cavity air holes. This function accepts a parameter, the param variable, allowing access to all data created under the Parameter tab. Adjust the cylinder radius from 0.3 to param.hole_rad. This way, you bind the cavity hole's radius and the value entered in the hole_rad variable. Do the same to the side R variable. The two subsequent variables define the distance between the centers of the holes in the X and Y directions. As we have a triangular photonic crystal lattice, you can set their values to 0.5 and sine 60 times the lattice constant. Replace the cylinder values in the X and Y directions with param.nx and param.ny variables and set the height to param.slab_t. To assign the hole's material as air, set the medium variable to param.medium.vacuum. Create the medium slab variable and link it to param.medium.si. To define the silicon slab, insert this code block, creating a structure object of type box. Form a list to return the silicon slab and hole objects within the return statement. Alongside structures, you can also return sources and monitor objects if needed. Run the script to verify the L cavity design. Then launch the simulation to observe the time domain field distribution of the cavity mode obtained at the end of the simulation. To modify the structure, simply adjust the variable values under the Parameter tab, and the cavity will promptly update.